Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nani Danae here, and if you're new here, hello. Today I'm going to be doing my daughter's labor and delivery story. I never got a chance to actually talk about my daughter's labor and delivery on my channel, so excuse me while I brush my hair. But I just wanted to kind of do a new video for you guys, something different, and yeah, I just want to talk about my daughter's labor and delivery. So if you want to see that, just stay tuned for more. For starters, I had my daughter November 16th of 2016, and yes, she is 1 year old. She will be 2 in November, of course. And yes, I'm very excited to share this story, so stay tuned. All right, so here it goes. So my due date was November 21st, 2016, and I had always knew that I was going to have her before then because I was just so fucking huge and I was tired and I was just ready to have her, and you just get that gut feeling. So I had my gut feeling that I was going to have her before then. Everybody kept telling me I was going to have her before then, and I'm like, I know, you ain't got to tell me. So one night I went to my mom's house. This was I believe this was a little bit after Halloween. Yeah, it's a little bit after Halloween. I had came home because I had just moved into my new apartment, and I came home from my mom's house. I used to be over there every freaking day because I was lonely. But I came home from my mom's house, and I was just laying there. No, at my mom's house, my mucus plug came out twice. So after my mucus plug came out twice, I just decided to come home because I wanted to just, relax and stuff. So I get here and I'm laying in my living room because I slept in my living room because I didn't have any furniture. So I was on a blow-up bed in a living room. Y'all know how that be. And I was in the living room, trying to get some rest, and the contractions started hitting me, hitting me hard. Hitting me so hard. And I'm just like, oh my God, are these contractions or are these like Braxton Hicks? So I called my big sister, Stephanie. Shout out to you, bitch. I called my big sister, Stephanie, and I'm like, Stephanie, I don't know if I'm having contractions or not. I don't know if these are real. And the whole time I'm on the phone with her, I'm like, oh, like I'm moaning and stuff. And I'm just like, she's like, Renisha, those are contractions. Like, you can barely even talk to me. Those are contractions. And I'm like, I don't know, Stephanie. I don't want to keep going to the hospital and they send me home. Because a week before that, I had went to the hospital and they sent me home. They told my ass I was not in labor. I was not even dilated. So they sent me home. And so I'm like, Stephanie, I don't want to go if I'm not dilated. And she's like, my little belly. But she's like, Renisha, just go and see, I think you're in labor. I'm timing my contractions. They're like a minute apart. And so after that, I called my other big sister, Erica, and I'm like, Erica, I don't know. I told her the whole thing too. And she's like, Renisha, just go in. Because I wanted a second opinion, of course. And so I call her and I'm like, Erica, what should I do? And she's like, go in, call the ambulance. I say things weird sometimes. It's my accent. But yeah, so I called the ambulance and they asked me a bunch of questions like, oh, how far along are you, blah, blah, blah. I was 38 weeks and 5 days when I had my daughter. So no, I think I was 39. I was 39 weeks and 5 days when I had my daughter. And excuse me. And they were like, how many weeks are you, blah, blah, blah. So I told them everything. I told them how far apart my contractions were and all that. And they're like, okay, we think you're in labor, so we're gonna dispatch someone to come get you. I'm like, okay, cool. Whole time I'm looking out the window like, where are they? Because the police station is literally right down the street from my house. So I'm like, they need to dispatch somebody right the F now because I'm about to have this little girl. And so they get here, they take me. The whole ride that we're going there, it's bumpy as fuck. And I'm having contractions, excuse my language. But it's bumpy as F and I'm having contractions. And every bump we go over, like I have a contraction and I'm just like, oh my God, it hurts. And you're like, we're sorry, we had to get you there, blah, blah, blah. So we get there finally. And they take me to triage, of course. You guys know what triage is. Take me to triage, labor and delivery triage. And they hooked me up to monitors, and they said that they're gonna check me or whatever because of how much pain I was in. They're like, we're gonna check you to see if you're dilated, and if you're not dilated to at least a 3, we're sending you home. And I'm like, no. So I was praying and praying and praying. I know I was praying so hard. I'm like, please let me be dilated to a 3. It's like, we're gonna come back in like 30 minutes to an hour, and if you're not dilated to a 3, we're sending you home. So I'm just sitting there hooked up to monitors and checking her heartbeat and making sure she's good, you know, all that stuff that they do when you're in triage. And then they come back in after 30 minutes of me being in freaking pain, and they check me down there, and they're like, you're a 3, you're a good 3. And I'm like, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord. So they're like, we're gonna get you admitted, we're gonna get you a room or whatever, because you're in active labor. Because they're picking up all my contractions on the monitor, and they're like, you're in active labor. So right after they told me I was in active labor, you guys, I freaking threw up. Like, literally, like, I was like, I need a bucket, I'm gonna throw up. Because the pain and also me being nervous, I threw up, and I'm just like throwing up my life. And I know that's TMI, but yeah, I threw up my life. And then after that, everything happened so quick. They got me on my bed that they were gonna wheel me to my delivery room. And yeah, so I called my baby daddy. I called my child's father, and I was like, babe, you know, I'm in labor. I called everybody, my mom, my sisters. I updated people on Facebook that weren't, you know, that I didn't have their number. I was like, I'm in labor, I'm at the hospital, I'm 3 centimeters, get here if you can. So I told my child's father, of course, so he could be there, because I didn't, you know, want him to miss it. And I also called my mother, because those are the only 2 people that I wanted to be there, because there's only 2 people that could be there. So I wanted them 2 to be there. So they wheeled me to my room, and then they give me Demerol. If you guys don't know what Demerol is, it's basically like a pain medicine, but it doesn't take away any pain. It just makes you loopy as F. I was loopy as F, and I was still having them strong freaking contractions. So I'm laying there like, just having my contractions, just breathing through them. And the next thing I know, my child's father comes in. I don't even know how long it was before he came in. It seemed like he swooped and he was there. So he came in, and he's like, are you okay, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how did you get here? I was so loopy off the Demerol. I'm like, how did you get here? Thank you for coming. And he's like, okay, like, the nurse is like, yeah, we gave her some Demerol, so she's pretty loopy. So he's laughing. He's just like, okay, because he didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. He's like, why is she acting like that? Because I'm just so like, oh, what are you doing here? But anyway, and then after that, let me try to remember, because it happened really fast. Everything was like boom, boom, bam. After that, they came in, they were just talking to me basically, and they were checking me and stuff, and I was at like a 6 at this point. 6 or 7, and then they asked me did I want an epidural. No. She broke my water when I was at like a 6 or 7. She broke my water, and then they asked me did I want the epidural. And at first I was gonna say no, because I wanted to try to be a trooper. But she was like, if you don't get it now, you're not gonna be able to get it at all. And that scared me into getting it basically. So I was just like, okay. So after she broke my water and put my catheter and stuff in, they gave me my epidural. And honestly, it did not hurt. The contractions was on 10, so I was not worried about no damn epidural shot. It felt like a regular IV to me. And thank God my baby's father got to stay in there with me and hold my hand while I was getting it, because I was in so much pain that I wanted him to stay. If they're like, do you want him to stay? I'm like, yes. I answered so quick, like, yes, let him stay, please. And they had him hold my hand or whatever, so that was good. They gave me it immediately after they gave me it. My body felt like y'all don't even understand how good. Well, if you had epidural, you know how good you be feeling. You be feeling like, yes, I could push out 10 babies if I want to. Like, that's how good I felt. Like, literally, I felt so fucking good. And after that, things progressed really, really fast. I went from like a 7 to like a 9 in a matter of like 10-20 minutes. I was progressing really fast after I got my epidural. They only had my epidural for like 10-20, probably 30 minutes before it was time for me to push. And I was just laying there, and next thing I know, I felt Kailani come down like into my vagina. And it was in my butt as well. And I was like, I have to push. And she's like, no, sweetie, you probably just feel that way because it's a lot of pressure. I was like, no, she's right there. I have to push her. Like, the lady was not taking me serious. I'm like, girl, I know my body. I know that there's a baby in my cooch. Can you like look down there? Because I know that her head is right there. Like, literally, I could feel her head right there. And I told my baby daddy, I was like, let me stop calling him my baby daddy. That sounds so ghetto. I told my child's father, I was like, wake up. I have to push. I'm about to get ready to push. And so he hops up because he was asleep. Because, you know, what else can you be doing in the hospital? So he was asleep. And I woke him up like, I was like, Corey, wake up. I'm like, I'm about to have the baby. I'm about to push. And the lady's like, let me just check. So she looks down there and she's like, oh, I see her hair. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I told you that. And I was like, I really, really need to push. Like, y'all don't even understand how hard it was to fight back that urge to push her out. Like, it was like she was coming out by herself. And I'm just like trying to suck her back up. And it wasn't working. And it was starting not to hurt, but it was just so much pressure that I was just like, I need her to come out. Like, she feels like she's slipping out of me. And they're like, don't push until your doctor comes. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how long that's going to work, but get him in here and get him in here now. So next thing I know, I see a whole freaking SWAT team of doctors, nurses, assistants, and everything else come in, students that was training and all that. Everybody, my room was fucking packed. Freaking packed, sorry. My room was freaking packed. And I'm trying to text my mom and tell her, like, I'm about to get ready to push. I texted her, like, I'm about to get ready to push. And she's like, I'm on my way, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Text my sister, everything. I text everybody, update everybody on Facebook, like, I'm about to get ready to push. And they put my little legs up on the little sterums or whatever. I think that's how you say it. They put my legs up and they're like, okay, you're going to give us, you know, a deep breath. And when you have your contraction, you're going to push, blah, blah, blah. We all know how it goes. So took a deep breath, scooted my butt all the way down to the edge, and everybody was in my cooch. Everybody was in the room, was staring in there, and I'm just like, this is awkward. But get her out. I don't even care at this point. And so I started pushing. I did probably 4 sets of pushes, 4 sets of 10. You know, you count to do 10 pushes and then you stop. So I did like 4 of those, and bloop, out came my baby. Well, actually, I had tore because of her head. Her head was really big. She was a small baby. She was 5 pounds 6 ounces. But I tore because her head was big. Because they had to, like, TMI, but they had to stretch my vagina a little bit to get her head out. And then that's what tore me, because she was tiny as heck. So I'm like, how did I tear it? They're like, because we had to, like, open you to get her head out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So yeah. Then she popped out, and I remember looking at my child's father, and he's looking at me, and we're just crying. We're both just like, eyes are just soaked in tears, and we're like, he's hugging me, he's telling me good job and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my God. I just felt so good. Like, I just felt really, really good. And I felt like, you know, very empowered. Like, I did that. Like, I pushed out a baby. Like, even if I did get an epidural, I still did it. Like, I still pushed her out. And that felt really empowering and really good, especially to have my child's father right there cheering me on and telling me how good I did. You know, that was really good for me. And doctors were like, is this your first baby? Are you sure? Because you did really good. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, the drugs helped. And yeah, so she came out and they cleaned her and stuff. And I remember asking my child's father, is she cute? Is she ugly? Like, how does she look? Because I didn't want my baby to be ugly. So I was like, is she ugly? How does she look? And he's like, she's so cute. And I'm just like, okay. And they bring her over to me. And immediately when I looked at her, I'm like, she looks like her dad. She looked exactly like her dad. Exactly like him. Like, spitting image. Like, he pushed her out. He pushed her out. That's how I felt. And so I was just looking at her. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so light skinned and she's just so pretty. Like, she was just so pretty and so beautiful to me. And I'm just like, oh my God, I created her. Like, me, like Renisha, I created a baby. Like, it was crazy to just look at somebody that's been inside of you for that long and just like, oh my God, you're real. Like, you're really a person in there. And yeah, I forgot to mention, she was born on his birthday, so they share a birthday. Yeah. I remember I was writing him a card. I had got him a card or whatever, and I was scribbling in it before I went to the ambulance, like, I love you, happy birthday. I gave you the best birthday present in the world. I gave you a baby. So yeah, they share a birthday. So that's really special to me, and I'll always hold that to my heart, that they share a birthday. And I think that's just amazing to me. So what else was I gonna say? Yeah, so after they cleaned her and stuff, they put her on me. We did skin to skin. We took pictures, and it was so freaking beautiful. The whole experience, like, of course I'm gonna do it again because I'm having another baby and next month I'll be having him. So it's a very, very empowering experience, and it's very beautiful, and it's something that I feel like every woman should experience at least once in their lifetime. When you're ready, of course, any woman should experience giving birth because it's beautiful. Whether you have a C-section or not, however you do it, it's beautiful. And yeah, so after that, took pictures, they cleaned her, took her a bath. Then I put her clothes on her. We took pictures. We took like the professional pictures when they come in and take them of her. It was amazing. It was, I think back to her birth and I'm just like how great everything went. It went so freaking smooth. It was beautiful. I keep saying that, but it really was. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, we only stayed in the hospital for a day because I healed so good. They told me I could go home. I mean, they didn't like kick me out, but like they gave me an option, like, do you want to go home? And because I was so excited and didn't really know much about, you know, having a baby, I didn't know you're supposed to stay 3 days. And so I agreed to go home. I'm like, yeah, I feel good, so let me go home. So I went home. And I'll do another story time about my complications after birth because it's a long story. So I'll be doing my postpartum story with her later on, and I'll tell you guys all the complications that I went through because I went through a lot. I'll just give you guys a little glimpse. I had blood clots in my system and I got really, really sick. So yeah, that was not fun for me. That was a really horrible time, and I was dealing with a lot. So yeah, but I'm going to do a whole story time about my postpartum with her, and I just wanted to come on here and share her labor and delivery story because I never got the chance to. And her labor and delivery story was really amazing to me. How, you know, how perfect everything went. Like everything kind of flowed really, really perfect. And I just thank God every single day that my daughter was born healthy. She was born, you know, she was born small, but she wasn't premature. She wasn't sick. She did have, I think, no, she didn't have jaundice. Now that I think about it, I thought she did. She didn't have jaundice. She didn't have anything. She was perfect. She passed her hearing test. She passed everything with flying colors. She just so perfect to me. And I know everybody says that because it's their baby, but no, my daughter is literally just so perfect to me, and I love her so freaking much. So yeah, but here's my big old belly. Baby boy is cooking, and he will be here April 12th, 2018. He's kicking. But yeah, I think he'll be here before then, but that's another story. But yeah, guys, and I will be inserting some pictures of her when she was a newborn and all of that. So if you guys, you know, want to see that, I'll be inserting her pictures from then to now, so you guys can see, you know, how light-skinned she was and stuff. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video just as much as I enjoyed making it. I really do love making videos for YouTube. It's fun for me to edit. I like to see myself talk. I like to see myself on camera. So it sounds kind of conceited, but I do. I like to see myself on camera and stuff. And yeah, I have fun making videos for you guys. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And also just give me more video ideas to do. I know one person wants me to do a chit chat get ready with me. If you're hearing a hissing sound, that's my toilet. But someone wants me to do a chit chat get ready with me, and I'll be doing that probably next week. I'll probably doing that next week for you guys that wanted to see it. And yeah, so give this video a thumbs up like I said, and check out my other videos on my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.